Tonight on Titans Football with Brian Callahan, presented by Seatgeek, we recap the Titans' latest game against the Texans and look forward to Sunday's game in Arizona. The head coach is here to break down the film and provide his insight on all the game day action for you. Titans Football with Brian Callahan starts right now. And we welcome you in to the BetMGM studio. I'm Taylor Zarzer, joined by Titans head coach Brian Callahan. Week 4, the Titans faced a familiar division rival in the Houston Texans. It was a one-score game, Coach, heading into the fourth quarter. Let's get your thoughts in Callie's official review.
Yeah, the ability to close the game is where we've struggled this year so far, and we got to find a way to, one, not turn the ball over in the fourth quarter. That's happened 2 or 3 times now, and we have to play cleaner football for 4 quarters. There's some moments of brilliance over the course of the game in all 3 phases that's really encouraging, but we got to find a way to put it together for the totality of the game and finish a game out and not allow a mistake to spiral into something more. That's just where we've been a few times this year now. So got to play a better brand of football all the way around.
This isn't an excuse, it's just the truth. It's a young football team. Does that explain a lot of what you're going through in finishing these games?
I think youth is always a part of the equation, but at the end of the day, we got a lot of veteran players too that I think have played well for us at a lot of different spots. But we got to find a way to get all that collectively together as all 3 phases in offense, defense, and special teams to find a way to close a game. And we've been in these games. It was we had a chance. There was a 6-0 ball game, then a 12-0 ball game, all the way deep into the third quarter, heading into the fourth. And a lot of our games have been in that same spot. We've been within one score late in the game, and we got to find a way to play better late so we can close one of those one-score games as a win.
And you keep saying find a way to win. I know how important that is to you, to everyone in the organization. Yes, you want to develop these young guys, and it's going to pay off that you've developed and they've got all these reps, but you want them to win too.
That's what you need to continue the process. They need to feel that feeling. They need to feel what it's like to pull a game that's close and win it at the end. That's part of you have to learn how to be good. Yeah. And we're learning some of those things. We got a lot of young players participating, and they're doing a great job. We just got to keep finding that way to learn how to be good when we have to be really at our best in the game, and thus far we haven't quite done that.
And you reference veterans on the team as well, and the biggest one that sticks out, at least to me, would be Jeffrey Simmons playing an elite level. The sack that he had on C.J. Stroud, the tackle for loss, he was disruptive throughout that game. Jeff's
been that way for most of his career, and certainly through 4 games this year. I think he's playing potentially the best he's ever played. His effort, his energy, the production on the ball, tackles for loss, pressure the quarterback. He draws double teams almost every game in the pass rush. He draws double teams in the run game. The protection's always sliding to him, and he continues to find ways to be disruptive. He's a force on the interior. I think he's playing probably as good as any interior defensive lineman in football at the moment. I'm really happy he's on our team, and he sets the tone. And at the end of the day, everyone needs to look at Jeff and say, how can I do exactly what he does? Because he sets a great example, and he's also been an incredibly impactful vocal leader for us as this season has gone along so far. So he's been playing excellent football, and we need it to continue.
We've talked a lot in recent years about the value of the preseason. Maybe the best example of that would be Cedric Gray, who was terrific in the preseason. You've asked him to be a starter in the regular season. 17 tackles against the Houston Texans.
He was outstanding in the game. From an assignment perspective, in coverage, and then in the production on the ball. I mean, 17 tackles is a lot of tackles in a game, and they weren't garbage tackles either. They were him coming right downhill, fitting against guards, fitting against tight ends, being physical and disruptive, and then making the tackle. I thought he tackled excellent in space as well. It was a really, really good game from Cedric, and that's the kind of growth we're hoping to see for a player in his second year going into his fourth game. To show up on that at that level was outstanding.
I know how badly you want Tajay Spears back in the lineup for the Tennessee Titans. Because he's been out the first 4 weeks of the season, Coach, Tony Pollard has basically been your every down back. How has he fared so far for you?
He's been excellent. He's doing everything that we brought him here to do. I would say if you're going to compare players, he's the offense's version of Jeff Simmons. He plays hard. He runs with unbelievable contact balance. He makes extra yards. He runs hard runs. He's been everything you could hope to be for a captain of our football team, to play with the effort and energy he plays with. He's our complement to Jeff on offense, and he's been everything we need him to be so far this year.
Up next, we talked about Jeffrey Simmons and his elite playmaking. Coach Callahan breaks down multiple Big Jeff plays when we return.
Look at that. My goodness, Jeff Simmons almost took the snap. He got C.J. Stroud and he threw him down on the ground.
That's how fans heard Jeffrey Simmons' sack of C.J. Stroud on Titans radio. I was a bit excited, as you heard there. He was shot out of a cannon. Big Jeff has had an impact all season, and let's check out multiple plays that he's made in the Houston game with Titans tape, sandwiched in between an Arden Key sack, too. We'll get to that in a minute.
First and foremost, there's nobody playing better football than Jeff right now. I'll be hard-pressed to see anybody around the league that's playing with the dominance he's playing, both in the run and the ability to pressure the quarterback. But this is what Jeff is so good at. He's got a great arm over swim move in the run game. He does a great job of getting off on the snap count. That's really what makes this play. You can see he's almost moving in conjunction with the center, and it helps that the guard goes the wrong way. 69 not quite dialed in, but just the quickness, the recognition. It's hard to find a play where the quarterback gets sacked under center like that quickly. It's just great timing, great rush, and then great finish of wrapping him up and getting him on the ground. That's what Jeff does so well, is incredibly disruptive.
Yeah, in the A-gap right there, if 69 is not over 98, you would think that maybe that's an alert, but hey, we'll take it.
I think also, too, you probably, even if he does go the right way, Jeff's so fast off the ball that I don't think he gets there. It's a great individual effort by Jeff.
How about this guy over here?
Yeah, Arden's sack. This is the quintessential effort sack by Arden. It doesn't happen sort of in the normal flow. You get great edge presence by Femi on this side. You see Femi's winning, forces the quarterback up. Arden's winning. All right, so they're both really winning at the level of the quarterback, which is what we want to see. Want them to bend this corner and flatten this rush. And then the other part of it is the balance of the rush. And one of the things that we always talk about with these guys is Jeff knows he's getting doubled. And so his job is to balance this rush and don't give the quarterback an escape lane. So as we rush the spot by all these guys here, his job is to try to balance the rush and split the double, right, to keep the quarterback in the pocket. So really, the sack belongs to Arden, but really it's a whole rush working together to get the quarterback on the ground. And then Jeff, you can see Jeff split the double, contain the quarterback. He's got nowhere to go, and then Arden really with great effort, right, to finish the sack in the pocket. Huge play, exciting play. Those are the things that we need more of.
Arden also eluding friendly fire from Femi there. Okay, how about a tackle for loss for 98?
Yeah, again, great individual effort by Jeff, playing football as a high level as you could play. But the thing to point out that makes all this possible is the way that Femi, we call setting the edge of the defense. And you can see Femi here just absolutely annihilating this tight end back into the backfield and leaving nowhere for the running back to go. So Femi sets the edge. It's a hard, physical edge set of the defense. There's nowhere for the back to run. And then Jeff just does what he does, which is, again, beat the block that he's got to beat and then plays with relentless effort, right, to get to the football and make the TFL. But a lot of it is just because of how stout and firm really Sebastian and Femi here on this side. They just constrict this hole, and it allows the back to have to cut, and Jeff does a great job pursuing. Cody's sitting right there as well. That's a really well-fit run concept.
Coach, why do you think Jeff Simmons is playing the best football of his life?
Hard to say why, other than the fact that he works really hard at it. It's important to him. He loves playing football, and he plays with effort on every single play of the game from the start to the finish. And that's what shows up, is you just see the intensity that he plays with all the time. and then he's got great physical skills to go with it.
And I know that he's taken number 7 under his wing, too, Femi Oladejo. And we talk a lot about developing this roster. You have to be awfully enthused by what you see from number 7.
Yeah, I think these guys, especially Femi, he's getting better every week he steps out there. I think we'd be, as we talk about the run game, I think we need to mention this guy right here.
17 tackles.
I think he was fantastic in this game, and he was everywhere. He played downhill, he played physical, all the things that you want to see from the linebacker position. Cedric really showed up in a big way, too. Another young player that's really doing a good job.
Cedric Gray in his second year out of the University of North Carolina. 3 great plays from the Titans-Texans game. All right, up next, Titans legend Cortland Finnegan's youth camp when Titans football with Brian Callahan returns. Welcome back. I'm Taylor Zarzer. Cortland Finnegan was a feisty defensive back who wasn't afraid to challenge the league's best wideouts. These days, the 2008 Pro Bowler is channeling that same passion to help kids soar to their potential. We caught up with Cortland for this week's Where Are They Now, presented by Nissan.
Will the Thrill, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? Huh? No mullet this year? Huh? I like that anyway. How we looking?
Looking good.
Hudson Cooper, he's my neighbor. He should be coming. Mo Digley, what's up, baby? Came back from Alabama, all for the camp, man?
All for this.
Man, brother, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Cortland Finnegan, Tennessee Titan legend, 7th round pick, 2006 to 2013. This is what I do now. 5 years ago, I asked my daughter what was the most meaningful thing that she did. Both girls have been to Camp Wonderfully Made, and we had traveled tons of places and done some things, and she said Camp Wonderfully Made. And so that just set the tone for like what I wanted to do, and that was SOAR Camp for Boys. What's up, little man? What's up? You all right? Talk to me. You ready to have some fun? I've been doing this camp here for 4 years. What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? Camp SOAR, serving others above ourselves, showing these young kids that there is something else outside of sports. Sports are wonderful in what they teach you, but there's little things that take away from the kindness aspect that you can have. There's kids that have come here for 4 years that we've been doing it every year, and they want to be a part of this. So there you go, Grant. Hiding under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Stations in the camp kind of work in a 4-part system. We have a big craft, a little craft, a team building, and then we go to the pool. The counselors, we put up their cell phones. We're asking the kids questions. We're interacting. We're playing games. We're competing. We're telling them about Jesus. This camp embodies everything that Nashville stands for, and that's just loving on one another. I'm thankful that most kids come here thinking it's a football camp, and it's not, and that's okay. We tell them about Jesus, and we throw the football with them from time to time. 1, 2, 3, I love working with kids. I found out that my passion is kids. Adults are moody. You're being in a locker room with 53 different personalities for most of my life. I think kids are genuine. They're truly you can mold them. You can have good conversation with them. You're a lefty? Okay, you already got it figured out. My man, you already got it figured out. You're in the right spot. You're in the right spot for us. And my wife, she allows little boys to run in and out my house. She means everything. The fact that she's able to allow me to do this and encourage me to do this is something that I love doing it. Being a girl dad is tough, but it's so fulfilling. Not having a father figure and being on site, coming at it with grace and love. Anything I've ever done or wanted to do in life, I wanted to be a part of. Break it down. SOAR. SOAR. Come on. Come on. Come on. SOAR! All right, let's do it again. Let's try it one more time. One more time. SOAR on 3. Give them what they got to do.
SOAR on 3. 1, 2, 3.
SOAR! Thank you, Trip.
I mean, maybe we could use that ambitious hydration.
Yeah.
Match that to their branded font. Give it that texture.
AIM water. So I wanted to tackle a industry that I thought would be easy, but was hard. AIM has done exceptionally well in trying to grow the brand, and it's always a work in progress.
It looks like you're holding a football when you're holding the can.
Yeah.
It's not like any other bottled water I've ever seen.
No. It's having good people around. Zach Ward, I've met so many people in this industry. Water, though everyone in the world drinks water, 100% of people drink water. it's to be able to sell it outright and compete against Liquid Death and people of that nature, Dasani, Aquafina. You have to, create your own lane.
See the real texture on it, and the crazy part about it is you can actually texturize it to actually feel like a football. So what you can do in customizing world of cans is something special as far as texture goes and what people feel.
Having my name on something is cool, but to be a part of it, that's kind of the meaningful aspect. So when people grow to love your brand or whatever it is you're doing, then they know they can put a face with a name and know that you're involved. And so that's what I love about it.
It's great to see Titans alumni helping kids, and this team is no different. Coach, why do you think it's important for players to give back to their communities?
These players have such an incredible platform. They're well recognized for their efforts on the field and their ability to impact community at large, particularly when you're talking about the youth of a community. They're role models. Kids look up to them. They're heroes. And for them to see those people walk into the community and see them in person, helping the communities that they live in, I think really goes a long way to helping kids grow and develop and help them understand that they maybe were in the same spot at one point in their life, and somebody did that for them and allowed them to get to the position they're in now. So as always, anytime you can give back to the community, I love what our players do here in Nashville and their own hometown communities, but they can have such an incredible impact, and they know it, and I think that's an awesome thing to see.
Well said. Be sure to follow Titans in the Community on Instagram to see how the team is giving back. Up next, one of the newest Titans understands the assignment on the field and in the classroom. We're back with Titans head coach Brian Callahan. Coach, let's talk about defensive tackle Shy Tuttle. He had 2 tackles in the game this week, and you've asked him to play a significant role here in recent weeks with the injury to Sweat.
Yes.
Right now.
He's been a huge help for us, playing that first, second down nose tackle role that we need desperately because Sweat's been out of the lineup and he stepped in. He was really a waiver style, not necessarily a waiver claim, but a late training camp signing, and he's been fantastic. And once he's learned what we needed from him, he just goes out there and does it. He's one of those guys that does the dirty work. That's a grimy position to play, and he does it really well. He's disruptive. He knocks back the line of scrimmage. He's filled in at a really important role in our defense at a high level.
Yeah, he just got here in late August, only been a Titan for a month, but he's already serving the community by surprising students at Granbury Elementary School. Let's check out his good deed in Seatgeek Sound.
We have a real Titans player here to visit y'all.
I'm not smarter than the 3rd grader.
After the break, Coach Callahan's keys for a Titans victory against the Arizona Cardinals. We welcome you back to the BetMGM studio with Titans coach Brian Callahan. I'm Taylor Zarzer. It's time to look ahead to Week 5. The Titans face the 2-2 Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals coming off a mini bye, having played Thursday night and losing to the Seahawks. Of course, Kyler Murray is the quarterback of the Cardinals, and of course, we're going to Coach Mack country, Dave McGinnis too.
Sure
so,
are.
what's the assignment like playing the Cardinals, Coach?
Really kind of challenging schematic defense. Their defensive coordinator, Nick Rallis, does a really nice job with their coverage structure and design, so a lot to take in from a schematic perspective. They got good players. They've been building their team up for a couple of years now with head coach Jonathan Gannon, and you see the fruits of that labor, I think. Kyler's playing pretty good football right now. They were in a bit of a battle on Thursday night against the Seahawks in the division. And Kyler's a dangerous player. He can run, he can throw off platform, he can make huge plays. They've got good players around him, and they got a good, solid defense. I mean, we have our work cut out for us. Again, another road game that we got to go out there and go perform on the road.
Yep, playing indoors once again. And as we said, we'll be at the house that Coach Mack built in Glendale, Arizona. Dave McGinnis and I, Taylor Zarzour, will be on the call for you this Sunday. Our coverage begins at 2 Central with Titans Countdown. You can hear it on 104.5 The Zone. Kickoff is set for 3:05 Central. For Brian Callahan, I'm Taylor Zarzour. We'll see you next time on Titans Football with Brian Callahan.